What is good, guys? It's Charles from Team COG, and today, guys, we are bringing you NEKROZ support. Man, we've waited so long for this, and I've been a huge advocate and a huge fan of NEKROZ for a long time. You guys can check out all my old videos and stuff like that from way back when, ever since a Rebear was released from Ghost from the Past. A Rebear is like one of my all-time favorite NEKROZ cards, but right now, I just got home from testing with my boys. Actually, went straight from work, straight to home. So we're going to be bringing the new NEKROZ support. So this is not my first reaction. I've kind of read them, but we're going to go ahead and talk about what they do. So anyway, this is our first NEKROZ card, which is Advanced Swordsman of the NEKROZ. So the cool thing about this card is, I'll read its effect. You can only use the third effect of this duel once per turn. So the first effect, when this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one NEKROZ monster from your deck other than Advanced Swordsman of NEKROZ. So this is crazy, because this is going to be able to tutor out Shuret. This is going to be a tutor out the Dance Princess. This is going to be able to tutor out a lot of cards. Not really a lot, but it's going to be able to tutor out a lot of like the main monster stuff that like normally weren't that good. So that's pretty cool. Sucks that it's only on normal summon, but like I guess NEKROZ, the only special summoning you're doing is like with making rituals, so like it does make sense. If you ritual summon a NEKROZ ritual monster, this card you control can be attributed as the entire requirement. The only card that had this was Shuret before. So like the fact that another card gets this is huge. And then this is the third effect. If this card is tribute through a card effect, you can add any number of NEKROZ cards with different names from your banished zone to your hand. So that's like really insane too, because like you banish a lot with the NEKROZ spells. So you're gonna be able to add back those like resources. Like when you're using the NEKROZ spells to banish, you're gonna be able to add back those ritual cards like Brianak, Unicore, stuff like that to be able to reuse again, to be able to search and get the ball rolling. Something to note, like this is kind of cool. Like there's level 4s you can summon out, so this card could potentially make like totally awesome, which is kind of wild. But we have Amelia, Dance Witch of the NEKROZ. So the water spellcaster. You can only use the first and second effect of this card once per duel. Interesting. If you have a warrior NEKROZ monster on your field or in your graveyard, you can special this card from your hand. Why would you make this like a once per duel type thing? That's confusing. I don't understand why you would like limit this to once per duel. But if this card is normal special summon, you can add one NEKROZ ritual monster or spell card from your deck to your hand. So if this card is normal special, you can add one NEKROZ ritual monster or spell card from your deck to your hand. So again, why? When I first read this card, now that I'm reading it again, I thought it was you add both. So I was like, oh, it's like a pre-prep built into a card. That's insane. But you get to add one or the other, which is kind of cool. So like the idea would be like advance into this, search, add Brio, pitch, search, claws, pitch, search. I don't know how I feel about that. And then if you ritual summon a NEKROZ ritual monster, this card you control can be attributed as the entire requirement, which is cool. Very interesting that they put the first and second effect to be a once per duel. I feel like that's not necessary, especially the special summon part. Are you kidding me? Like, look at that. That's ridiculous. Why would Konami put a once per duel effect on that? I don't think I understand truly. Maybe once per turn, but once per duel, that's kind of harsh in my opinion. But still, an okay card for sure. I definitely foresee us playing one of this for sure. Minimum one, maybe more, depending on how it goes. But we'll move on to the new ritual monster, NEKROZ of Metaltron. So this is the Zephyr Metaltron right here. It is a level 9 scale 5 pendulum effect, which is really cool because if you guys don't know that the Zephyr something NEKROZ of Zephyr, something like that. It's a Zephyr NEKROZ. So anyway, the pendulum effect is if a NEKROZ card is banished face up, you can target one spell trap on the field and banish it. So sweet, we get some spot removal going second. That's actually pretty cool. I believe like Brio search this, discard this, search this, and then you're able to like banish things. So like that's pretty wild. It also makes like, I guess, going second, if you're able to ritual summon into the opponent's turn, you get, if this is in your pendulum zone, you get to trigger this, which is kind of cool. The monster effect. You can ritual a card with any ritual, NEKROZ ritual spell. Must be ritual summoned without using any level 9s. This follows the same requirement that most of the NEKROZ follow with. But you can only use the following effects of this card's name once per turn. During the main phase quick effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, banish this card until the end phase, and if you do, banish that monster. That's pretty cool. That just pretty much, it's like a SP, but if I read this correctly, you banish opponent controls and this card. Yeah, so it's SP. They literally gave NEKROZ of SP, essentially. That's pretty cool. And then any monster destroyed by battle, this card is destroyed with a NEKROZ monster, is banished. That's pretty good, also. Like, that's really sweet. Not the best effect. It's kind of interesting they didn't give this thing like a discard effect, which maybe that's what the pendulum effect is supposed to be. But Anyway, we got one more card to look at here. NEKROZ Sanctimere. You can only use each of the following effects 1 and 2nd from this card's name once per turn. During the main phase, ritual summon 1 NEKROZ ritual monster from your hand or banishment by tributing monsters from your hand or field and or sending NEKROZ monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard whose total levels equal or exceed that monster you summon. So, I do apologize, my boys are going wild over here. And then during the main phase, you can banish this card and 1 NEKROZ monster and add 1 NEKROZ spell from your deck to your hand. So, that's... Okay, so during the main phase, you can ritual summon. So it's a quick play ritual card, which is kind of wild, which allows you to ritual summon from your hand or banishment. But the only NEKROZ extra deck card in your extra deck would be the Metaltron, right? So Metaltron is level 9, which means you can summon a 6 and a 3, a 4 and a 5. Or no, yeah, no, you'd have to level 9. You'd have to use you could essentially summon any of them, right? Essentially, by using this, you can. By tributing monsters from your hand deck and or sending across from your extra deck to the graveyard. So you could summon out almost any of them minus Trish. Yeah. This is interesting. This should have been a trap. Some crazy busted trap. Kind of wild they didn't give us a trap card yet, but I digress. This is cool. It's another ritual spell to look for. I don't know if the deck really needed it. I know there was some hype around NEKROZ of Sophia, and the fact this is a quick play spell kind of sucks too, because at least if it was another ritual spell or like a trap card that was treated as a ritual spell, at least like playing NEKROZ of Sophia would be like viable, but like that's kind of... Wow, I'm kind of like... These are good, right? But I'm kind of underwhelmed with them. Advance and Witch are definitely the best, but like I said, this is kind of crazy. I'm still mind blown over the Witch's literally once per duel restriction. Like, why would Kami do that, especially to a ritual archetype? Metaltron, I don't know how I feel about this card. I mean, it does give you a disruption, so like now your inboard can potentially be this plus like a Reed Bear, which is a monster negate, and a SP, which is not too bad. Maybe backed up with Unicore, which wouldn't be terrible. I know that you can use NEKROZ of Mirror to use these cards from the graveyard. At least you can with Sure It, so I imagine you can do the same with this. So at least like if you like normal this, special out this, use this effect to add a ritual monster, overlay for Toad, detach, you get totally awesome, and then like you're able to maybe do a little bit more. It's just Unicore is such a powerful card, you don't want to shut off stuff. So like maybe that's where the idea is like this card, you allow your quick play during the opponent's turn to summon Unicore. Not too sure. But anyway, a quick play Unicore would kind of very powerful. So I don't know. I would actually I think Advance is definitely probably the best card out of this entire wave so far. Definitely Witch is probably the second or tied with Metaltron, but like the quick play spell is also pretty nice. It's also first glance, only time will tell, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, this support's crazy busted, oh, this support's garbage. And definitely just testing and time will tell, so definitely expect some NEKROZ content coming, because like I really ordered all this stuff like high rarity and everything. So that we can, start grinding and testing with it. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember, if you guys enjoy this type of content, to hit that like button, ding that notification bell, and subscribe if you guys want to support the channel directly. Get knighted, join the channel, all that stuff. Also, most importantly, you guys stay safe, stay healthy. This is Charles from Team COG, signing out.